So I think people need to take heed that there are people out here that are willing to work with you and help you through this
Hmm.
process, especially those creditors. Like they rather keep you as a customer than to have lose you altogether when the economy looking like how it's looking right now.
Right, and then
Like
they're also like phone companies. So if you have Metro PCS, I know they're waiving 60 days, so they give people 2 months. Apart from Metro PCS, I do know also that T-Mobile, they're giving you like a 10-day extension for T-Mobile. I don't think they're doing anything much for that, but an extension is an extension nonetheless. You never know what may happen, i.e. the stimulus check. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but something may happen where you're able to get some money and
I just seen it today.
yes, so you may be able to get some money, so you may be able to pay them off. So there's different things that you can do. What I ask people to do, and it really, really, really does help them because, again, as I mentioned, if you let it go by, if you let it show up in your, these are people that's reporting. So you got T-Mobile that's going to report. They stay on just about everybody's report that I get. You got Sprint that's notorious for being on someone's credit report. These are companies that's reporting to the credit
Notorious.
bureaus. Yes, so you don't want them to report negatively on your behalf because not only would it tear down your point, but it is also a new debt. So when you have someone else looking to give you or lend you money, they looking at what's new. You don't want anything to be new, especially not a debt. So definitely you want to make contact, communicate, communicate, communicate.
That's good stuff. Okay. All right. So what exactly is financial security, right? Because I always look at that as something different for everybody else. So, like everybody probably got their own definition, so to speak, of financial security. So, in a time like this, right? I'm pretty sure there's a standard. So, like in a time like this, like what would be the ideal thing that? So, say people don't have what they were supposed to have right now, if we're forward thinking, right, what is something that we probably should do to prepare if we're not already prepared? Or if people that are working from home right now, anything could still happen, right? So,
Right.
with that company that they're working for. So, what does financial security look like? Is there a certain amount that we should have banked at all time? Like, is there a certain amount you need to be taken from your checks? Like, what is your ideas on that?
I'm glad you asked that. So, as far as a specific amount that's to be taken out, it is situational. It's all dependent on the individual. I would say, in order to be in a comfortable place, if you're able to, let's say $0 come in over the next 90 days, and you had to pay all your bills without anybody waiving anything, you just being able to pay it like you normally would. If you're able to do that without any issue, without any problem, then you're in a good place. You want to at least have 90 days. I personally up it and say 6 months to be able to
Okay.
sustain during a situation like this, still be able to buy food, still be able to get gas, still be able to pay lights, mortgage, rent, whatever it is that you're paying without it being a financial bind. So I wouldn't put a number on that per se because everybody's number is different. As long as your family and your lifestyle shouldn't have to change dramatically based on you not being able to have those funds readily available. I also recommend that people have money set away for a situation as such. Please, I know people, I don't like to use the term of emergency funds, but this is an emergency. Or savings or whatever it is that you put your money in. Maybe you put it in a sock. I don't know what it is that you do, but make sure that there's something always aside in the event something like this happened. If I would have told people 30 days from now or 32 months ago that this would happen, people look at me like you're crazy because I like to give a bizarre example when I'm talking about money. Like, what would happen if the whole world shut down and you can't go to a store and this will happen and that will happen? And what do you be able to do? People are like, she's crazy. But look,
But it sounds crazy and it sounds so far
mhm.
fetched. It sounds like straight BS. And then you turn around and you like, wait, y'all closing the mall. Y'all closing what? Y'all closed the NBA.
Yes,
First of all, when they shut down the NBA, that's what I
yes,
think it started to hit folks because they like
yeah, yes, yes. These things are closing down. What are we going to do? What if we don't have the funds? What if something happens? I don't want to live in a what if kind of land. I like to have something available. Now, here's
yeah.
the good news. If you've been one of those people that believe in life insurance and you have a life insurance policy, More specifically, if you have a home life insurance policy, that will definitely help you because you can borrow against that. You can have money when you don't. That's another way to have money.
You know what? And it really pissed me off the other day, right? Because I used to do Primerica back in the day. And I remember always talking about whole life, versus term or whatever. And the other day I was reading something because I stopped paying on my life insurance a long time ago, which I need to start again. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But I thought I was reading something on social media, and it said something to that tune, like if you had, oh my God, I don't remember what it was, but it was something to do with like if you had put money in this stock, it's down 30%. If you put something else in some other thing, you just lost $20,000. But if you had a whole life policy, you still got the whole damn thing you can pull from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
you don't
Yes.
think about this stuff. Like, it
Yes.
makes so much sense.
It does. And we say that all the time. I've been a licensed insurance agent for years. And every time I bring this to people, and I was like, well, listen, you can get a life insurance, a whole life. The difference between term life and whole life is, for those that's listening and may not know the difference is term life is just what it sounds like. It's for a specific term. And so you may have 10 years. After that 10-year period is gone, you have to start over and then get some more insurance. Now, a lot of people choose term life insurance because of the cost. It costs less money than a whole life insurance policy. However, it doesn't give you those benefits like a whole life insurance policy. And you can borrow it more than one time. You can borrow, pay it back, and you can pay it back in installments. You don't have to give it back in full. So there's so many different things that you can do with a whole life plan versus the term plan. And the whole life is just like it says, the whole life, or 99 years. So it's basically on what it is that you do. After that time, you get that money back. With term life, after that time, you lost your money. So it's up to you. I know it is a few dollars more, but it's something.
My heart hurts.
But it's something that people need
hurts.
to look at. Yes, and you know what? People are actually benefiting from it right now. So in the future,
So
like you said, we're gonna go ahead.
In perspective, right?
Yes.
Say if I just slid on over and got me a whole life policy today, how that work?
Right. You actually, people are probably out there running trying to get it now. So you actually can get it. And what it will definitely cover, if you get one today, if you kick over tomorrow, it'll cover your funeral. But before it can add value, it has to be something that's happening over time. And so it don't have to be a whole lot of time, but it's something that I will get right now. If I were to give out the numbers between the prices, let's say the term is like $13 a month, whole life may be about $26 a month, but it's worth it. It's not even really a whole lot of money though. It's not really a whole lot of money more than you think. You think like they're paying $100 a month. They're not. And the younger you are, because you're young, the better it is. Because you get older, it changes. So,
but a lot of people like me probably. I know the importance of it, but it was kind of just like, damn, I already pay car insurance, I pay health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance. Like it's all these different insurances on everything. Insurance on your home. Like it's just so many different insurances. And I think a lot of people don't even see or understand the value of having life insurance. So like, can you just real quickly just touch on that for me?
Yes. So the importance of life insurance is not for you. Let me make that clear. It's for the people you leave behind. It's not for you. It's for the people you leave behind. If you're the breadwinner in the relationship or in your family and you pass away, and let's say you have a wife that don't work, she take care of the kids, she works, she's at home mom. How is she going to make it? Bad enough they've already lost you. Then for their life to go from losing you to losing everything else, the home, the car, people lose a lot of stuff in life insurance. It benefits you a whole lot. And it really makes a difference a whole lot, because it's not, again, for you, it's for the people you leave behind. It's to make sure that these people are still able to stay afloat. And I would definitely use it for that reason. It's not for any other reason than to make sure that people that you leave behind is taken care of.
And if I got me a whole life, if I had me a whole life policy, I could have been pulling from that joint right now.
Yes, you sure can. I mean, and you can thousands of dollars. People do it all the time. But it's good because it's like a bank that's specific food that you can borrow from without having to pay a whole lot of anything to pay it back. And the interest rates and all that stuff, some of that stuff is obsolete in some companies. They don't even charge you that. They just let you pay back at your leisure, at your own, on your own terms. It works out.
Oh, Jesus.
I know it. I know it. I'm like, man, you guys, y'all. And then I try to talk to people into it. They be like, oh no, this not this time. I'll do it later. I'm like, okay. We're so used to later being something that we feel like we're so obligated. We have the audacity to think that this is something that we are gonna get is a later. Later is not promised to anybody. Later could be that could be our last conversation. Who knew what could have happened, right? We have to think like that. And I guess I'm the what if person. That's probably, like I said at the start of this live session, is that the reason why I feel the way I feel and I'm at a place where I am, because I always think about what if. I already know our days are numbered, and we are definitely on borrowed time. Don't waste any more time if you don't have to. Get it, girl.
And that's a part of that financial security piece. Like, that's making sure that the people behind you are secure, right?